Hello folks, Scott Grove of GroovyMusicLessons.com. Okay, you can't forget the .com, or you can't get to the website to get all the free lessons and get all the reviews on all the guitars I've owned over the past 7 or 8 years or so. It's about as far back as it goes, but you can find them all there much easier than you can on YouTube. They are all laid out via brand name and so forth. Today's offering just came in today, of course, and we are still just going back to the 92-93 era of Ibanez, the 20th anniversary of Kiss. Again, yes, I know, I just had one of these. Okay, but this one has received a treatment. That's right. There it is, kids. The Ibanez PS10 with the mirror ball thing going on. Okay. Again, this one was commemorating the 20th anniversary of Kiss. What they did, and this will be basically the same description as the old one, but you get to see a few new things. Again, 1977, Paul Stanley got his PS10 made. 78, 79, 80, and 81 were the original PS10s. Paul Stanley is the only person in the world who owns one mirror ball guitar, which it took him a gazillion times to get it right, but they finally figured out how to do it without shredding him. And other guitars that he's had done since, they've used acrylic and not mirror. Other ones use mirror stuff, depends on if they're made in the USA or not. You know, like all the Silvertone junk he had, and some of the cheaper Washburns, like the what's the cracked mirror one, the 1800 has fake mirror, the 2000 has the real mirror. Anyway, this has the real mirror jobs on, and this was actually made by a company which you all know of if you're Paul Stanley fans, and if you've ever Paul Stanleyized a guitar, meaning you can buy this, and a truss rod cover from Cayman. Not the Cayman that owns Ovation and all that. This is just spelled capital letters K-A-M-N. Okay, put an E in there, then that's the company that owns Ovation and a whole bunch of other guitar companies. Different companies, okay? So Cayman's the people who do the main mirror ball services on most people's cheap-ass Icemans. Most people don't want to ruin a PS10, but I found a guy on a Ibanez website of all things, and just advertised that I was looking for, you know, different PS10s and so forth, and I was able to land this one. So what a beaut, huh? Okay, so let's talk about this. There's what I talked about in the old one. They made actually a total, like I said, again, they were commemorating the 20th anniversary of Kiss, which is why they were made in 92 and 93, because Kiss was still Wicked Lester in 72, with Gene, Paul, and Peter. Peter joined up, you know, like in December of 92. And then in 93, they got Ace. Sorry, I keep doing that. 73, they got Ace. And then they changed the band to Kiss in 73. So 72 and 73, Kiss were actually a band, but they were Wicked Lester in late 72, and early 73 they actually changed the name to Kiss once Ace joined up. So 92, 93. So some of these were released in 72, 73. Some of these were released in 92 and 93. God, I honestly just woke up like 10 minutes ago. It's like 10 after 4 or something here. My old one of a week ago. Okay, so here's the other one. Okay, 511 total were made. The other one used to look something like this. Actually, it looked exactly like it, except for 3 things. Okay, now on these here, okay, everything's the same, but you'll notice here on the one that was shipped to the USA, if you can look right there on the last fret, you'll see the number 202 stamped in there. Okay, This other guitar I have in my hands has no such stamp in it. Okay, so those 200 supposedly that were sent to the USA. What the 202 exactly means in this whole thing, I don't know, and why should I be putting it away when I'm trying to explain to you exactly what's going on. So everything else on this guitar is identical, except for also this one says 20th anniversary. The mirrored ball one does not. So all the ones that came to the USA said 20th anniversary right there. These are not called a PS10 anywhere, except for on the damn guitar. Okay, in the ads and everything for these guitars said IC1000BK was the model number. So these were the first reissues ever of the Paul Stanley model after the original ones. Again, that run from 78 to 81. Okay, so, and then the other difference is the ones that came to the United States. Back here, Paul Stanley signed them. Okay, the plate, cover plate on the back, and then you got another cover plate, which I had on here when I did the review, that was just the plain black one, so you can keep this one in the case and not screw up your autograph, since there's no protection of any kind over it. I just wanted to show you the autograph too. Okay, so that's the USA model. Now the ones that were for European or other industries, everything's the same. You got the valve tuners, of course made in Japan, where the good stuff's made. This is not like the PS10 2 cheapo model that was made in China. This is a good guitar. Again, it does not say 20th anniversary. There you go. Limited reissue. And no stamp in there to tell you what model of the run it was. Okay, the serial number on this one is like 50 something numbers total after the one I just showed you. So, okay, so you got your abalone, your mother of pearl, abalone, mother of pearl, everything's the same. You have your ebony fingerboard, your V1 pickup, your V2 pickup, volume, tone, the rehashed Gibraltar bridge, which is way different than the originals, and the quick change tailpiece. The original PS10s and other reissues, like this PS10 Limited, see how big the Gibraltar bridge, they still call it the Gibraltar bridge on these. And they called it that on all the old 70s Icemans too. They were on just the Icemans. They were great big honking bridges. That one actually has what's called a sustain block underneath it. I don't know if you can catch this, but underneath the bridge, underneath the posts, you can get it on this side better, I'm sure. But a couple of the special ones, like this so-called Karina model, underneath the bridge area, you'll see a big metal block that the bridge goes into, and that's called their sustain block. It was not on all the models, but okay, so back to this model. That's about the only difference, really. Again, the lack of a signature, the lack of a serial number stamped into the ebony, and then it's saying limited reissue here for the European models instead of saying 20th anniversary for Kiss. Okay, and other than that, that's it. Everything else is the same as the other one. So, again, Cayman did, well, that's what they do, is they inlay these mirrors, make sure they're not sharp so they won't cut you. So each piece is broken beforehand, you know, cut out to the shape of the guitar, broken beforehand, set in different angles, and then any sharp parts are, before they're glued, ground down. There's no covering over top of the mirrors of any kind. It's not sealed, It's just, those are the mirrors. And they just grind the parts that might cut you there. So if you smash it somehow and you get more cracked mirror, then you're screwed. You're going to end up cutting yourself. But no, you don't cut yourself when the mirror job was originally done. Is it going to lift out of there? No, the pieces don't fall out. There's the back. No Paul Stanley autograph for the people outside the USA. Only the ones that said 20th anniversary for KISS get the autograph. So 200 autographs for the 200 that were sent to the USA. Okay? So rockin' in the USA. So you get those. So I'll try not to, I don't know, maybe I'll keep trying to do that. Try to blind you. Again, another humbucker guitar. Of course, I'm never a fan of them, but I'm a fan of these guitars. So clean again. Just, that's the bridge pickup. And yes, I do run my Boss CS3 compressor. Here's both pickups. And the neck. Okay, so there you go, clean sounds. Let's see, regular KISS songs. Just going straight distorted, going to the bridge. Just a good old Parasite lick. I never do that one. She. Deuce. And the E string, both of them, mercy. And my favorite KISS song of all time, Love Her All I Can, just happened, I don't know, just something about that old song. Let's see. Okay, so, God, for my favorite song, I forgot it. I forget most everything these days. So cool guitar. God, let's see. Not much else to tell you that I didn't tell you in the other review. Just great axe, and it was cool to finally get a mirrored ball that's actually a PS10 and not a, you know, IC1000, you know, made in Indonesia or Korea or something like that. So it's cool to have one of these, since they never made any production models. Again, nobody ever think that you have a real mirror ball Paul Stanley model because he owns the one and only. The odd thing about, and you'll be able to look it up if you go on the Ibanez vintage tripod site. They give you the years of all the years they made Iceman, and the quantity of each one and each finish by model. And in 1978, again, remember I told you this is called the Ibanez IC1000BK. Weird thing about 1978, which is what all my Icemans up here are, is, you know, the black IC100BK. You know, it will tell you how many of those were made. And then, as I told you previously, that the IC300 was only available in this model. The other one was available in white also, with the Carina color. It's just ash, but it looks like Carina. All their old ones, though, you know, the Rock and Roll Senior looking like the Flying V, their Futura looking like the Modern, and their Destroyer looking like the Explorers back in 75 and 76 were all called Carina models too. No, they're ash and they're just stained that way. But they tell you that, yeah, there's 91 of those made of that guitar I just showed you. And then it shows how many PS10s were made in 78. But also, oddly enough, and I still don't know what it means, but it shows that 20 IC1000BKs were made, but it don't show them anywhere. So what that means, I don't know. If those were actually Paul Stanley models that went to him, don't know, because I don't know if the PS10s were strictly for consumer things, or if the 1000BKs were actually what they used as models for him and they made 20 for him or something. I don't know. If you know, please let me know. Before I go, heck, I'm just going to have some fun and just let you in on a little trivia. I told this on a video about 6 years ago, I'm sure. But anyway, my dearly departed cousin, Dwayne Rowland, he was a guitar player for a old southern rock band. They had I don't know, 4 or 5 hits maybe, and they're usually pretty minor. But the band was called Molly Hatchet. Cool band. Danny Joe Brown was kind of like their David Lee Roth. He was in the band, he was out of the band as lead singer, and so forth. But yeah, Dwayne Rowland, he back home from Indiana. Yeah, but some cool hits. Beating the Odds, Gator Country, just a bunch of cool tunes. Dreams I'll Never See. I'll pull a couple of those out before I put this away and eat my tacos. It should be home in about 15 minutes. So, God, you had. See if you remember these. Just cool little licks. On Dreams I'll Never See was just one of the coolest tunes to ever play. It went like this. You'll probably remember. Beating the Odds, of course, was their biggest one that you ever heard. But Dreams I'll Never See was just always my favorite of theirs. Did they play one of these? No. I'm just having fun right now. So be it. I'll just play some of the parts from it, because this is back when, you know, it was labeled as Southern Rock. You know, it was around the same time as, it was after Skinner, but at the same time as 38 Special and all that kind of stuff. That's when Molly Hatchet was around, the same time those guys were, and the Southern Rock movement was coming to an end, but they were still cool, and multiple guitar players playing harmonies all over the place, and just back when guitar music was fun. Actually started off like this, just... Just And then they had a really cool pick scratch that Dwayne always did. It was on the high E string. Dwayne would always do that instead of the low. He'd always. So if you listen to Bounty Hunter, this song, and Flirting with Disaster, yeah, that's in all their hits. It's just. You just look for a place in your pick that has actually a nick in it somewhere, and then you just rub that back and forth, up and down against your high E string, and just wait for that piece that has an imperfection in your pick. That sounds pretty damn clean. So it's just a whole bunch of back and forth. Which has a whole different effect then. Okay, so that's how they got that sound. And of course my boner tone, everybody loves this, as do I. The neck position with this Soldano modeling thing going on. Last time, and I'm eating tacos. Going to what I have. That ain't it. Oh, I put it down. Where'd I put it? Those are always cool. You could do God, what was it? Detroit Rock City? Using that. That's too much fun for me. Oh God, what was the old tune you had? Owner of a Lonely Heart. Then my patch that I made up for it just went into. I love that sound. Pretty damn close, kiddies. Let's see. The heavy metal thing. Good stuff. Harmonies. Great stuff. What did I put in here? Oh, yeah, the new patch. Which one of these is out of tune this time? New guitar. I haven't even stretched out the strings yet. I was playing a minute ago and everything was out of tune, which everything still is. It's always a very good idea to tune your guitar before you do a review. You bloody wanker. I didn't even look to see if they put the strings to the right pegs. Maybe that's the problem. I know my peg ain't on right. can do something by the Cordettes and the Andrews Sisters. Or Metallica. Enter Sandman. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go eat. Anyway, once again, Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com, showing you the other 92 or 93, whichever, but the European version. She's so European. What album was that on? Unmasked, I believe. Could be. But with the mirror ball top, done by Kamen, K-A-M-N. Again, not to be confused with the Ovation people. So done very nicely. Great axe. It's nice to have my Paul Stanley autograph on my guitar the way it's supposed to be. So that one's all put back together. So, I even wore my heavy metal strap for you. Gotta love it. Leather and spikes and everything nice. So check it out, dudes. The row of Paul is starting to look pretty good up there. What do you think? God, there's not enough to here to get it all in. That's what she said. So we got, yeah, this PS10 limited, PS10 20th anniversary, PS10 IC1000BK, which is the same thing. This with a mirror top, the IC378, the IC178, then my own custom made thing, but hey, I'll get more. I'm still looking for the 1978 PS10, so if you got one, somebody sell it to me, okay? And that's it. Talk to you later, and yeah, I got another instrument coming in tomorrow, see if you like it or not. Actually, I've got two other ones. This one's just a different color, so again, it'll be just like this, a repeat of everything else. So talk to you later. Hasta la pasta. Bye.